So hello friends, you might ask yourself what I'm doing with a bunch of film, and then today I'm going to tell you a story and then show you something interesting. So I have these films, just to make a point. I like film a lot, but I don't like it at the same time, and this is for a very simple reason. Film is fantastic. It's a great means of producing great images. I have always loved it, especially when I was a kid. Film has always fascinated me. In this thing, this little thing, you can put fantastic images, create beautiful stuff. And then when I was a kid, this was like the most cool thing I have ever seen in my life. It still is. And then we have a culture about the film. I remember having these parties, family parties, taking photos, but not myself, sometimes yes, sometimes no. With the, I was a kid, I had this 110 camera that was really fantastic. And then I think I bought actually a Pentax 110 just for fun. I will make a video about that as well one of these days. And then I remember also going to the mall to these 1 hour development things, and then while we were waiting 1 hour, which was actually a very long time when I was a kid, now it seems extremely short. That's very strange. But then I remember loving having like a piece of pizza or ice cream or whatever. They had this place that fantastic mint ice cream. Now today I'm older and I hate mint, but that's it. Okay, and then this is what I love about film, and then what I hate is the fuss, the work. There is a lot of work to develop film, and then it's rather expensive these days. Actually keeping these guys for something really, really special. You see, this one is expired since 1983. I think it's going to produce something great. This one, 1983 as well. And then I think these ones are more recent, 2001. And then this one, okay, 2008, and then this, no idea, but it works. But then you need chemicals, you need a dark room, you need many things. And then this is the part I don't like about film, and then this is why I like digital, because with digital you don't have all the fuss, and then you have really good cameras today, and then they accept really old lenses, especially Nikon cameras. You can put a lens since 1951, 1959, and then that's going to work. Okay, so this is what I love about digital, and then I love film as well, but then I cannot get both together, which is somehow annoying, until a few months back I got contacted by these people, and then they told me, listen, we have this software plugin for Photoshop, Lightroom, many things, and then give it a shot. Let us know what you think. If you can make a video about telling people if you like it or not. Well, if I don't like it, I wouldn't be making this video anyway. But that's the deal. So I got the software. Initially I wasn't really convinced, because film is film and then digital is digital, and for me it was rather difficult to conciliate these two guys. But anyway, I gave it a shot to this software. So the software you can download it from the website or from the link on the video description. With that you will get a discount on the price of the software. And then once you have downloaded that, you will get something like this. Depending on the image processing software you're using, you will get something different, but then the installation is totally trivial. It is super simple to do. You just click here and then you let the thing do what it has to do, and then you have here a guide which is showing you everything you need to know about film, how it works, and then a lot of settings you can do. It is really worth a read. If you know film, you will refresh many concepts. If you don't know film, yeah, you will learn a lot of stuff. And then here you get a walk around of everything that the software can do. So I passed you the details. Once you have installed it, just let me put this here. I put it on Photoshop. I have already install it, but then just to access it, what you do is you come here to filter, and then you will have this that appear, and then you open the program. You have your image and you have to select the image processing device. Just let me get this in position, and then I take GPU, and then the program looks as follows. So you get, let me start by the beginning. So profiles, you get here all films. You can select different things, but then as you can appreciate, the choice of films is really big. So many things, and then each of them have very special rendition. Here you can take a look. I actually really like this one, for example. This one, okay, black and white, not really interested for this image. And then this is an image I took like 5 years ago. I was with my wife in Copenhagen, and then I was discovering, well, rediscovering photography, digital photography, and then I took this image with my 1.4, and then at the time I didn't even know how to use Photoshop, so I like taking out all images, reworking them in Photoshop, and then now I have even this possibility of testing how it will look in film. And then, for example, this one, I really like the rendition. There is like a really high tone range. This yellow is really yellow, the color is really nice. And then on the other hand, you have also this faded look, fantastic thing. Scene is still 50D. I will keep that in mind. So this is for the films. You can even build some presets. These are the ones which are pre-existing on the program, and then you have the different settings. You can have even combination of film plus printing paper. For example, this one that I choose randomly looks really nice. And then once you have that, you simply accept, and then your image gets converted. And then here, this is a different treatment that I liked before, but then I like more this one that I have now. And then if you want to keep the digital and then the film one, what you probably want to do is to duplicate the layer in Photoshop, and then I don't know how it's done on the other softwares. But then here you go. And then I actually prepare a set of images. I don't know how to hide this. Here I'm actually showing everything. Same thing, Copenhagen, end of the day, sun setting, and the clouds look really nice. We are on the street. Everything looks super nice. And then I have kept this image for a while. I like it, but not entirely. And then I try film. Here I got this really interesting effect. The image, for me, at least in my opinion, got far more interesting immediately. Then I have this guy here. We were in this aquarium. This is already the film version. I forgot to make a copy, but then the original image, you will have it here. And then this will be original, digital, and then the film equivalent, and then I get this effects reflection that add something interesting to the image. And then here's a bit greenish, but then not super interesting, whereas here it got pink, so contrast immediately. Okay, this is again the effect of film. So, and then this is the kind of photography I like a lot. Street photography, end of the day, there are many things going on. This is the kind of photo that make me stop and then try to see what's going on, to understand what's going on, because there are so many things going on. And then there is this thing about the innocent things on images, on film, that make you think and make the thing more interesting. And then, for example, here, by converting it to film, I think the reference would be a Kodak E100, that is on the catalog of films. I get even an improved contrast, color rendition is slightly different, and then I see this lady coming on the bicycle. Before we were able to see her good, now we see it less, but then we try to discover what's going on, what this lady is doing. This other lady here, I think she's trying to take a picture with her phone or whatever. These guys, what they're doing, they're coming out, they have some pizza. These other guys, I don't know, yeah. And then here, yeah, color rendition, the dynamic of the image totally changed. And then you have on film this effect which is called halation, which is you get in the mid-tones like a halo of things. And then this is extremely interesting. Well, here you get it a bit as well, but then here, for example, interesting halo, and then things look super nice. And then, well, I prepare a lot of images. And then here, for example, this is the thing I was telling you before. I have this image, black and white. I was trying something in the UV range. This is why the bushes and trees look black. I tried putting some film on it. I get again this halation effect. This you can even manage and play with it. Show the menu, and then here you get a lot of options to play with the film. Exactly the same thing as you will do when developing the film. This is extremely cool. And then you have this option on the halation, exactly as you will do with the chemical, the time, the development, but you can do it digitally. And then you can get, yeah, with a lot less effort, same result. And then you can even play more by taking different films and different rendition. And then, like for example, here I made this image, and then I actually push a lot with the halation, and then I got this, which I find really interesting because it's just black and white with some extra element, which is going to be these halos, slightly reddish orange. I like it. Then, for example, this another image, black and white I made. I think this was with a 35 millimeters 1.4 from 1966. I really like vintage glass, and then, as I told before, film as well, without the fuzz. And then I prepared this image, but then the thing I don't like with digital is that everything looks so sharp, so perfect, even if the lens is 50 years. And then I feel this image that I like a lot, it's lacking something. I came again, I try some film, boom, I get this really nice contrast. The film I choose is the Il4 HP4 or 5. My image, this is my feeling, gets immediately, I don't know, more force, call it the way you want. And then my effects, and then my contrast. Here I get a bit more the effect I was looking for, with the symmetry on this side and then this semi-symmetry on the river. And then here I get exactly that, really dark here on the corners. Okay, I think I can keep going almost all day with this. This was another image. We were on this river, and then you have the edge, sun setting, really interesting thing. I tried film, and then the energy of the image changed entirely. Here it got a bit more nostalgic, I would say. We got into traffic jam. There was a lot of people. There were these kids that were waiting there as well. There was this light which was illuminating all of us, and then I found this image really interesting. These guys waiting in a truck, business as usual. We were a bit confused about what was going on because it was like 3 AM, and then there was like a traffic jam out of nowhere. And then put it into film with the halation. Thing gets far more interesting. Again, this is just my opinion, but here you go. Really nice thing. And then these are the possibilities. Then later that same day we drove through the desert. This was the sun rising on the desert. Really interesting scenario. I made this image. This would be the digital one, and then the film conversion. Well, digital I like a lot, and then the film version is also interesting in her own sense, because I get these different bluish tones that I don't know what effects, climatic effects you get on the desert, but then you get this. I like a lot, really interesting. Then this was somewhere else in Egypt, don't ask me where, but then I like a lot this temple. And then this will be the image in digital and without any film. And then I like the image, it's not the issue, in my opinion. It's a very good image, but then yeah, it looks a bit too perfect. Whereas I like this old rendition you get with old lenses and then with film. That it looks not so perfect, not so very well made. Yeah, doesn't look like it was made in a studio. This is just live, and then you get interesting stuff, and then here you get this effect that I think you can only make with film or emulating film, like in this case. And here this is just street, and then this is the digital image. If you ask me, it's a bit dull. And then here, beam, film, looks more contrasty, and then you get the feeling it was taken like in, I don't know, 1988 by your dad or grandpa, depending on your age. And then yeah, so oh, okay, I dropped something. I don't know what is that. I'll say it after. Okay, and then this is the image I like the most with film. This was inside the temple. Don't ask me which one. Taken digital. And then the image looks okay, but is, in my opinion, an okay image. And then I put it in film. I don't remember which film, but then the energy of the image changed entirely. The color distribution, you see here, yeah, everything is yellow and then black. And then with film, you get the yellow, you get darker image, a bit of, I don't know, brown, orangish tint, the light, this bluish tint, yeah. For me, this image is perfect in film or film emulation, and then in digital it's just an image. Yeah, and this is my best argument. I think probably it was this image who made me like this software. Then okay, 2 less images to go, and then I will leave you alone. Night, we're sailing, and then I made this, I think it was long exposure, semi-long exposure, or I put the ISO really high. You can see a lot of the noise, but then at the end I really like the rendition. I have already a sort of filmish effect, and then this will be the film, which again change entirely the dynamics of the image. And then this is the image I like the best. And then I was actually, well, I'm actually remaking this part of the video because I recorded and then I actually forgot to record the audio. So this is the original image. I was just having fun with bokeh, which apparently gives good results when you are on a river. Okay, this is maybe my filter, which is, yeah, creating some reflections. And then this is the original image. I like it a lot. I tried with film, and then when I was trying the other video, I got this image in film, which I really like, even better than in digital, which seems to be the case for all images. And then I was testing this and another one. I opened it, the program. I was making just a demonstration, and then I just selected one film randomly, and then I think it's seen still 50D, and then beam, I got this image, which was good, and then I liked it before, but then converting it into film, yeah, wow, made a totally new dimension. Gave me I don't know how to explain. I took this image, and then I said to myself, wow, looks good. But then here I just have to say, wow, I love it. That's all I can say. And then always trust your wow effect. Okay, this is all I wanted to show today. This software that I discovered through these people who contacted me. You can download it via the link on the video description. You will get a discount on the price of the software, but give it a try. In the beginning I told you I didn't like it, to be honest, and then I started using it. I found this image, and then I told you before, this was the image that got me convinced. Like BIM, everything becomes, yeah, the image has impact, has power. This is just another image, but here, yeah, wow, gets interesting. And then, yeah, just give it a shot. And then this is all I want to show today. Thanks for watching.